Hi everyone, welcome to Maths with JB. Today I want to go through a few examples on surd identities. So identities are expressions that are exactly equal to each other. So to find out the value of A in this example, what we need to do is to put the two surds in exactly the same format. Now, the right-hand side's got a root 3 there. The left-hand side's got a root 12. So I want to convert that root 12 into something root 3. So let's simplify that root 12 first. Root 12, now that's 2 squared times 3, or 4 times 3. 4 times 3, and square root of 4 is 2, so 2 root 3. So let's put them all together. 5 root 12 is equal to a root 3. Now we know root 12 is 2 root 3. So let's put that in there. 5 times 2 root 3 is equal to a root 3. Good. So now we've got that root 3 there. 5 times 2 will be 10. 10 root 3 is equal to a root 3. So for these two to be equal to each other, the number in front of the root 3 must equal to each other as well. So if you equate those parts, therefore a will be equal to 10. Okay, so that's a simple first example. Now let's get on to another different type. Example 2. So let's say we want to find m and b so that m plus 3 root 5 is equal to 7 plus root b. Again, we need to put the two surds in exactly the same format, and then we equate the parts. Now, the whole number part has to be equal to each other. So m is equal to 7. Okay, that bit's the easy bit. Now, the 3 root 5, that has to be equal to the root b. So we want to put this thing in exactly the same format as root b. Let's take that 3 inside the surd. 3 root 5. Now, to take a whole number inside a surd, inside a square root, we need to do the reverse of simplifying surds. So instead of square rooting a number, so we need to take that 3 back inside. So that means we have to square it. Okay, the opposite of square root, we square. So 3 squared times 5. 3 squared is 9. 9 times 5 is 45. So that's root 45. Root 45. Okay, so let's put them together. So m plus 3 root 5 is root 45 is equal to 7 plus root b. Okay, so it's exactly in that format now, exactly the same format. We just equate the parts. So m has to be equal to the 7, and the root 45 has to be equal to b. So we say, therefore, m is equal to 7, and b is equal to 45. Okay, right, that's example 2. So, example 3. Example 3, let's say we want to do something like this. Now, the same idea for two expressions to be equal to each other. These two are identities. The parts of the expression has to be the same, has to be equal to each other. So the whole number, m plus n, has to be equal to that whole number. And the surd bit has to be equal to that surd bit. So let's equate them. m plus n is equal to 8. m plus n is equal to 8. Let's call that equation 1. And that minus root m minus n has to be equal to minus 2 root 5. So again, we're going to have to put that number inside the square root to make it in exactly the same format. So let's just do that bit first. Let's put 2 root 5 as an entire surd. That's what it's called. Put it as an entire surd. Square the 2 and times it by the 5. 2 squared times 5. So 4 times 5, which will give me 20. So that's root 20. Okay, so let's put that together. So we've got m plus n minus root m minus n is equal to 8 minus, so 2 root 5 is root 20. Okay, so we've got two equations that we have to solve simultaneously. M plus n is equal to 8, which we already know. We called that equation 1. And inside the square root, these two numbers have to be the same. So notice that we've got the minuses there already, so they're equal to each other. We don't have to worry about the sign. M minus n is equal to 20. That's equation number 2. Right. The best way to solve these two is by elimination. I'm just going to, now I want to get rid of these m's. Now the way to get rid of them is to subtract. So I'm going to take away, going down, m, take away m, that's going to give me nothing. So the m's are gone. Okay, the next bit, watch out for the signs. So plus n minus minus, that's going to give you a plus. So plus n is going to give you plus 2n equals 8 minus 20, that's going to give you minus 12. Okay, so divide by 2. So let's divide it by 2. Then you get n is equal to minus 6. Right, n is equal to minus 6. So now we just have to put minus 6 into n in one of these. It doesn't matter which one you use. So I'm just going to use the first equation. Okay, so m, now that plus n is minus 6. So minus 6 is equal to 8. So therefore m is equal to 8 plus 6, which is equal to 14. Okay, so m equals 14 and n equals minus 6. Good. So that's example 3. Let's try the next one, example 4. So this time we've got 3 unknowns that we need to find. We need to find A, B, and C. And given that this expression has to be exactly the same as this expression. The same method, we're going to try and put the left-hand side in exactly the same format as that right-hand side there, which means we have to expand. So let's expand 2 minus root 3 squared. That will expand to 4. Okay, let me just write it out. So left-hand side equals, so let's expand this out. 2 2s are 4, so 4 minus 2 root 3 minus another 2 root 3, so minus 4 root 3. And then minus root 3 times minus root 3, that will give us plus 3 times 1 plus 2 root 3. Let's just quickly simplify that first bracket. 4 plus 3, so that gives me 7 minus 4 root 3 times 1 plus 2 root 3. Right, so 7 times 1, 7, and then plus 14 root 3, and then subtract. So 1 times minus 4 root 3, so minus 4 root 3, and then minus and a plus makes a minus. 4 times 2 is 8, and then root 3 times root 3 is 3. So when you times surds, you times the outside and you times the inside. Okay? Alright, so let's collect like terms. So 7 plus 8 times 3 is 24. So 7 minus 24, that will give me minus 17. minus 17, and then plus 14 root 3 minus 4 root 3, that'll give me plus 10 root 3. Okay, so that's the hard work done. Let's put that together. Now we've got, okay, so on the left hand side, we've got minus 17 plus 10 root 3 equals a plus b root c on the right. Okay, all we have to do now is equate the parts. So minus 17, the whole number bit, is equal to a. Therefore, a is minus 17. Now, the number in front of the surd, that's the plus root 10. Plus root 10 has to be equal to the plus b. So we say b is equal to 10. And the inside of the surd has to be equal to each other as well. So c would then be equal to 3. Okay. There we go. Example number 5. Now, similar to example 4, we have to square that perfect square expression. Now, when you square, so we get n squared plus root 2. I'll just write that out. Oops, n plus root 2. So when we square this, we will get n squared plus, I'll go through this in one step. So n root 2 plus n root 2, that will give you 2n root 2 plus root 2 times root 2 will be 2. So n squared plus 2, that's the whole number bit. Let's put them together. N squared plus 2 plus, this is the irrational bit, the surd bit. So 2n root 2. Right, so let's put them together. So we've got n squared plus 2 plus 2n root 2 is equal to m plus 6 root 2. Alright, so n squared, the whole number bit, so n squared plus 2 is equal to m, the whole number bit on this side. And the surd bit, they have to equal as well. So 2n root 2 is equal to 6 root 2. Right, the root 2's, well, they're exactly the same, so they can cancel out. That means we've got 2n equals 6. 2n equals 6. Right, dividing by 2, we get n is equal to 3. Okay, n equals 3. Now, once we get n, we put it in, substitute it into the first one to get m. So therefore, m is equal to, so n is 3, so put 3 in there. 3 squared plus 2, which is 9 plus 2, so you get 11. Okay, so n equals 3 and m is equal to 11. Okay, so that's it for part 1 of surd identities. So I'll see you next time, and I hope this helps. Bye for now.